Yes. It's almost like it's still 11 o'clock in the morning, and we've not moved. We have moved, by the way. It just feels like that. How are we all doing? It's 8 o'clock, bro. It's night time. There's not been too much news, but there has been a little bit more developments on Raheem Sterling. So I thought, do you know what I mean? I know we did a Raheem Sterling stream yesterday, but he's kind of the man of the hour at the moment. He's the biggest talking point at the club.
We got people talking about him, innit?
Yeah, so we thought we'd launch another.
We'll send it.
Another Sterling stream, innit? Obviously, yesterday was pretty hectic and that. Do you know what I mean? So we thought we'll go again. Ara says, is it still hot? It's very hot today. Very, very hot. The shed is also very, very hot. But it's a bit more manageable today than yesterday. Yesterday, when we first started, it was disgusting. Sean Fogarty, yes, Sean says, have you got a fan yet? Not yet, mate. It's a big investment. Do you know what I mean? We have to get the right fan, which is why the Dyson is looking the way to go. So Dyson to City Extra, there is no here we go yet. In the coming days, maybe.
Yeah. Massive shout out to today's video sponsor, guys. It is the guys at BetVictor. Make sure you go show them some love on their channel. You can go subscribe, like, comment on their videos as well. We'll show you a clip in a few moments' time. Make sure you've dropped a video a like as well, guys. We're currently on 62 likes, 330 people in the stream. Let's see if we can get that up to 100. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. But today's stream is about Raheem Sterling again. Four-way fight for Sterling. It looks like there's 4 options for Raheem Sterling. If you've not already worked it out by the thumbnail, the options are City, obviously staying at City, maybe signing a new contract, maybe just running down his contract. Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. They're the 4 choices, bro.
Yeah, I feel like the most realistic, funnily enough, I feel like the most realistic of the option is probably staying at City. But then next in line, I'd say Chelsea, and then Barca and Real Madrid, I think, are very far off it, to be honest. Yeah. Because they've got... then again, they have just backed out the Rafinha deal. So maybe they're thinking, well, we can go get Raheem Sterling for an extra 10 mil or whatever. They might be looking at that because they were looking to be paying like 55 mil for Rafinha. But I still feel like the most realistic places for Sterling to end up is Chelsea or Manchester City. If I could choose... Say he was all out saying, I'm leaving Manchester City. And I was like, right, okay.
And we're not allowed to force him to stay.
Yeah, we can't force him to stay.
Yep.
If I could choose, I'd say Real Madrid or Barca, please. Yeah. Because I'd like him to not be in the Prem, do you know what I mean, and helping one of our direct rivals. Mm-hmm. I feel like, but look, Polat says he disagrees, says Real Madrid is the most likely destination after Man City. I disagree in the fact that and Sterling will probably want that the most. Do you know what I mean? I think if Real Madrid was on the table right now, Sterling would be handing in transfer requests. Yeah. I think he'd be ready to go. Sterling has openly said in the past that he wants to go there. So yeah, that'd be a situation with that. But I feel like the most realistic places for clubs that are willing to offer the cash. I think Chelsea or City is the way to go. And obviously, just confirmed about 5 minutes ago was Lukaku has gone back to Inter Milan. Yeah.
So, we'll have to see. Obviously, the developments, but they are the four teams. We'll have some more Sterling talk in just a few moments' time, guys. But before we do, make sure you smash a like on the stream. We're now on 97 likes, 3 likes away from 100. Get us to 100 likes, guys. I want to show you this clip now from BetVictor, guys, and then we'll come back and continue this Raheem Sterling conversation.
It'll be interesting to see what happens to Chelsea. Is this a change for good? Is this a change for the worse? Because they talk about spending £200 million and stuff, and that sounds like a lot of money. But then when you look at the players that have left Chelsea, is that £200 million just to cover those ones that have left? Because if it is, then they're probably not going to improve. Lukaku deal has to probably go down as one of the worst ever. When you look at, they bought him for €100 million, and I think they're giving him on loan for like 10 million. That's one of the worst deals ever. But getting rid of Lukaku might actually improve the dressing room in the same way Aubameyang leaving Arsenal did. It's Tuchel's 3rd season, is it? So I think Chelsea are probably one that Chelsea Spurs possibly could push.
Yes. So that was actually funny, that because I was literally just talking about Lukaku. Adam McCall there speaking about Lukaku, and I actually put this in our, we were in a group chat, and I put this in our group chat yesterday or this morning saying, is Lukaku one of the worst transfers ever? Like, bro, £100 million. He came to the Premier League. Pretty much, he scored a few goals, and then he's going back to Inter Milan now on loan, where they'll be paying his wages in that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird.
Got a rival Pogba, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The thing is with Pogba, at least Pogba stayed for 6 years and did contribute every now and again.
Every now and again, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Very loosely, but yeah.
Loosely contributed, but he did sometimes. But Lukaku is literally come back to the Prem. Everyone's thinking remontada season, £100 million, and he's already gone.
Yeah, it's a big flop,
bro. That's mega. That
it is a big flop. I don't think Chelsea will be anywhere near the top of the table. I think they'll be fighting for fourth. I think it'll be City, Liverpool, Tottenham. That's what I think it'll be.
I think Tottenham will build there this year.
So yeah, I think Chelsea will struggle this year. I really do. I think they're gonna struggle, and well, yeah, time will tell. But yeah, the full video for that, guys, is in there. I've put the link in the description. Go check it out. Make sure you smash a like on there, the channel, subscribe, and leave a comment and that as well, letting them know that City actually sent you. Right, let's turn our attention back to Sterling here. Pep Guardiola, I see your comment. I'll come to you in a minute. Raheem Sterling, then, obviously, we spoke about this in detail last night. There are 4 clubs that are interested in him. Now, Barcelona seems to be a bit of a weird club right now, because I don't know what to believe when it comes to Barcelona. Because, bro, one day I'm being told that they've got no money to spend and they're renting out the football pitch for weddings and anyone can just go and play on football if you give them some money. At the next minute, I'm hearing that they might be signing Lewandowski, that they want Bernardo Silva, that they want Raheem Sterling. I don't get what's going on with Barcelona, bro. Do they have money or not?
I think they're anticipating Frankie de Jong money. I think they're anticipating that. Obviously, the rumour is it's around 60 to 80 million pound. I feel like Barca want 80, United are offering 60. I could be wrong in that. I feel like they're basically planning on that, getting that sale done. That gives them a little bit more cash. Then they can invest that cash into like Robert Lewandowski apparently for like, what is it, like 45 mil or something like that.
Yeah.
And then obviously they'll have a look at other signings and stuff. But this is what I mean, like, if they're a realistic option for Raheem Sterling, they're not going to be going getting Bernardo Silva as well. So like you can write that off straight away. City want around 80 to 100 million euros in it for Raheem Sterling. They ain't going to be getting that.
Yeah.
I don't think they've got the cash for that right now. I know they kind of do have a bit. It's so like it's so up and down with it because you don't know what's true and what's not. Sometimes, like you said, sometimes they're broke, sometimes they're loaded. I don't know which one it is. But I think with the sale of Frankie de Jong, if that goes through, I think they'll have a little bit of cash to spend this summer.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, and obviously they've got a semi decent squad, Barcelona, and obviously Xavi seems to be doing things the right way, and you know, it's obviously it's no real like shock or secret that Raheem Sterling has made it sort of, you know, public in the past that he would fancy playing in Spain. So we'll have to wait and see how that one develops with Barcelona. I do think that if he's more likely to go to anywhere in Spain, I do think it's probably going to be Real Madrid because they seemingly do have cash available. Obviously, you know, they just spent a lot of money on Tchouaméni, but they were going to buy Mbappe for like 150, 200 mil. They were
Haaland.
Yeah, they were in talks for Haaland as well, and didn't get that across the line. So you would think that they do have funds available. Plus, they've just won all the trophies, so they're getting a load of cash out of that. It's just, again, whether or not do Real Madrid want Raheem Sterling. Does Raheem Sterling want to go to Real Madrid? Obviously, he's seen how they treated Gareth Bale over there when things started going wrong, you know, and they are a ruthless bunch, them Madrid fans, you know. So if you don't perform week in, week out, I tell you, get some stick off City fans, Raheem Sterling, from time to time. But I think you'll find it kind of tricky over there if you don't put in 10 out of 10 performances every week. They don't take no prisoners.
Bro, Sterling struggles when Liverpool fans boo him. Imagine when the Madridsters are all booing him. Because that's what they do. If you're not performing well, your own fans start booing you.
Yeah.
Like mad. Like Bale, like I say, Bale went through it. Ronaldo even went through it both times, getting booed by his own fans.
Yeah.
They're a ruthless set of fans where they demand kind of perfection from the players, especially when you're going signing there as like a Galactico kind of signing. Like I imagine it's been pretty hard for Hazard as well. Hazard's had a bad time, hasn't he, since he's been gone there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like he's not in for an easy ride if he goes there. Which again might be why it'd be better if you just stayed at City for another season.
Well, that's what I mean, and then it just comes back to Chelsea. But I don't see how he fits in the Chelsea team.
The only thing that I seen, and it might have been in our group chat, big up MCFC lads in the chat. Yes. The only thing that I could kind of go for is that their wingers are play more games than ours because of rotation. But then
They'll play with wingers.
And yeah, they kind of like, well, they do because they have Pulisic in it.
But they don't play with wingers. They play with invert. Like they play in the middle. They come inside. Like you won't be playing as a winger. He'll be playing inside, and I don't know if that'll suit his game, man. Because he's not the unless
maybe Tuchel is changing his tactics for this season. Because
potentially,
like you said last year, it was kind of clear at the beginning of last season that they wouldn't really do well against the teams that aren't gonna attack them, and that proved to be right. They drew a lot of games. They even lost a few actually, but maybe he's trying to switch it up a little bit, go a bit more attacking, and that's why he's going for Raheem Sterling. But
yeah, true.
But it is
changing formation. I mean,
it is a weird one though. It is a weird one. At this current moment, it doesn't seem to suit a Tuchel.
Has Tuchel ever played like a 4-3-3? Or has he always played this formation with like Dortmund and PSG? You know what I mean? What's he done? Has he ever played a 4-3? Chat'll know, I don't know.
I'm not sure, innit?
Chat'll probably confirm whether or not Tuchel's played that, but I don't know. And obviously, they've all just got rid of Lukaku, as you've already mentioned, bro. So they're going to have to get a new striker in. You can't play Sterling as your striker. So I don't know.
Imagine, bro. Imagine they signed Raheem Sterling, bro, and used him as a striker.
They can do that, but I don't think it'd end up well, to be honest with you.
No, that'd be wild. That if he was like buzzing, I'm gonna go to Chelsea. I'm gonna be a sick right winger.
Yeah.
And then he was like, look, you're our striker now.
I know. Pep Guardiola with a $4.49 super chat donation. Yes, Bray says Arsenal's new signing, Fabio Vieira, made 20 appearances in 3 years for Porto. Don't know nothing about him, mate.
All I know is he's quite young. I think he's like 21 or something.
Yeah, 22 21. He is.
Oh, he's 22.
According to Wikipedia. Yeah, don't know nothing about him. People tell me he's a bit like Bernardo Silva, runs around a lot. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I literally have no idea. I have no idea about Fabio Vieira. I don't know if he's going to be a sick signing. Lads about Hoyer's like you said then, bro. I like Bernardo Silva. Be interesting though. At least they've actually made some moves. Last week I was thinking that Arsenal needed to like kind of do something here, but then do you know what I mean? They're making moves. They got this Fabio Vieira guy. They're in for someone else. I can't remember his name, and obviously they're in for Gabby.
Yeah, it comes in with another donation. Yes, bro. Thanks a lot for the donos. Says Real Madrid play with inside forwards, I think. Do they? Don't think they do.
No, because you got Vinicius who plays wider. You got Rodrigo or Valverde on the other side. Valverde is more of a midfielder.
Yeah. They play with inverted wingers, but they don't play with inside forwards. When we played against Real Madrid, Vinicius Junior was well wide. He was constantly on the touchline. So
I think when they played Chelsea, it was a similar situation as well. It kind of hugs that line, didn't it? Then
it probably would suit Real Madrid. It's just whether or not, one, Real Madrid want him, and two, do you really want to go Real Madrid when their fans are getting like pretty ruthless, man? Like, I don't know. Maybe he does. You know what I mean?
Maybe it depends on his self, and if he backs himself.
Yeah. But honestly, it's a bit confusing because Barcelona basically in a situation with like what money do they have? Real Madrid, it's like, do they want him? I mean, I don't know. They could want him, to be fair. But Valverde's been playing on that right side a lot, and he's been doing quite well.
And they've got Hazard. I don't know if he plays left or right.
Well, Hazard come out at the celebrations and said, next season, I'm going to be on Donny.
Yeah, like, he said, I'm ready to cook, innit? Like...
So he's come out, he's come out basically and said, I'm ready to go next season, to full send Eden Hazard. And then they can't just be going like, nah, mate, we're signing a new winger. Like, well, I mean, you could do, but I don't know.
Because then they'd have Vinicius, Rodrigo, Hazard, Sterling, and Valverde can play there as well.
Yeah,
that's a lot of that.
The only thing the only team that I can see getting him is Chelsea, but he don't fit in Chelsea's system, in my opinion. So,
thing is, I can see him fitting in, not fitting in. I can see him going to Chelsea, especially now that they got rid of Lukaku. I feel like they might just go, let's go full send this deal.
Yeah, now we've got our $5 million loan fee.
Yeah, the 5 mil loan fee. Like now that I can see him actually full sending this deal, but it's just a weird one. I think maybe if he does, if Chelsea do offer, do you know what I mean, a bit like the money, he does go there, because I feel like I have a feeling if Chelsea do offer the 50-60 mil, City will accept it. I feel like maybe we have to look at it as Tuchel changing tactics for a season, because he might just think, you know what, it didn't work last year. Yeah, I've got to switch up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Got to keep moving.
Unless they are just literally going to play him in that sort of inside position, or as a striker. You know what I mean? They might do. They might just think, look, these guys are an England international, and let's be honest, if they signed him for, like, say they get him for 45 mil, right? Because you know we're not the best at selling players. Say they get him for 45 mil. He's instantly then on a new 4 or 5 year deal. He's instantly like an £80 million asset. Do you get what I'm saying? So they're signing a player for 45 mil. When they've got him on a new deal, he's only 27. He's instantly worth, again, in my opinion, like 70 to 90 million. So they're already they're just increasing the value of the player straight away just by spending money on him.
Literally, by going, basically, you go spend 50 million on Raheem Sterling, you're getting tied down to a 3 or 4 year contract, and his market value is instantly up.
Yeah, because the only reason he's worth 45 mil, 50 mil to us now is because he's got 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah, if he had more years left, he'd 100% have a bigger market value. So it might just be, it's kind of like a safe bet from Chelsea to just go, right, let's offer them the 50 mil and we can make.
It would sort of like he wouldn't fully do it, but it would sort of like help with regards to the money that they're losing on Lukaku.
On Lukaku, yeah.
If you look at like Lukaku's value now, when they bought him last year, they basically said to everyone, yeah, he's worth 100 mil, let's call it 100 mil for argument's sake. And now they're loaning him out for like a £5-7 million loan fee. So basically, his value is drastically reduced. So that if they get Sterling in for 45 mil, they can then say, well, we paid 45 mil, but he's actually worth 80 mil. That sort of like balances out some of the Lukaku money. It doesn't do it all.
Yeah,
but he does a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, that's what you got to think about now. Like FFP and all the finances involved now. It's not just a case of like you have to buy players for that and for like business purposes, which I said on the last stream is UEFA's own fault because they've put FFP in. Yeah. They've forced it into a business, so maybe that could be a reason.
Yeah, that could be legit. That could be legit. It's still disgusting to think of him going to Chelsea, 100%. Up with the Wonderland says, break the internet, ? Christopher Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku would be, I mean, he's had a sick year.
I don't think that breaks the internet.
I don't think it full breaks the internet. I'm not sure how far this break the internet thing is actually going to go. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't see a sign that anyone who's going to break the internet if Raheem Sterling leaves. If Raheem Sterling leaves, personally, the only person I can see us signing, we said this morning when we were just talking to each other, was Gnabry. Yeah. Like, literally, that's the only thing I can think of, because he'll be available at a reasonable price, and he's only got a year left, and he wants out. That's the only reasonable replacement for Sterling, if the club even want to replace Raheem Sterling, that I can see. I know people say about João Felix, and also he was posting stuff about João Felix in the chat before, but I just don't see it. I think João Felix would be a risk, and I feel like it kind of not break the internet, but it definitely throw a lot of questions in the air about it. But I just don't see us going for it. 100%. The only way I seen the João Felix deal happening was if Bernardo was going to be a swap deal. That was legit. Yeah, MCFC Joe, I've read that City won't replace Sterling. I think Sam Lee did say that City aren't looking at replacing Sterling at this time. Do you know what I mean? They have no plans to do that. Whether or not that changes if he actually does leave, City might be like, do you know what I mean, quietly confident that he's going to stay kind of thing. They might see their ass if he actually goes and think, you know what, we need someone. David Saber, the tier 3 member, 40 months. Yes, David. It would serve us right to lose Sterling after all the stick he receives from so many of our fans. Sterling to Chelsea would be a huge loss for us. I completely agree. I think just Sterling to any other football club would be a huge loss to City. Even more so Chelsea, though, obviously, because it's to a Premier League rival. And yeah, the whole server's right. Sterling does get a lot of stick. He does get a lot of stick. That's because his legacy at City is tainted by like his one-on-one misses.
Just to clarify, the actual fee Lukaku's gone for is £6.8 million loan fee. There are no add-ons. There are no obligation to buy.
So they just have him for a year.
They just have him for a year for 6.8 mil. That is funny. Oh, it's plus add-on, sorry. So, it probably takes it to about 10 mil. That is so bad, man. They've been absolutely roasted.
Bro. Chelsea, it has to be one of the worst deals ever.
Yeah, for sure.
It has to be one of the worst deals that I've ever seen.
The thing is, as well, it didn't even get... it got off to, a good start for, the first 5 matches, and then it just went downhill.
Oh, first 5 matches, bro. It looked like they were playing into his game and that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, he's going to cook. He's going to do sick this season.
What is Lukaku then? Where would you put Lukaku on the... I know this is going off a bit topic, but just quickly, where would you put Lukaku on, a scale? If you put, Benzema, let's say Benzema, yeah, because I think Benzema is clearly the GOAT at the moment. Say Benzema, then you've got your Haaland and your Lewandowski. Some might argue Lewandowski is a little bit better than Haaland just because how experienced he is. Say you got Benzema, Lewandowski, Haaland in a rough order. Yeah, don't go sick about the order. How far down is Lukaku on the list? You know what I mean?
The thing is, he's got to be quite far down, bro, because he can do bits in Italy, but when he goes somewhere else, he can't do it. But he's come to Prem twice now.
Yeah.
And no, it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, people. Do you remember when people wanted him as an Erling Haaland alternative and a Kane alternative? We spoke about it. He did all right at Everton. He pretty much got a goal every other game. Yeah, no, because that's where he kind of made a sick name for himself, didn't he? Everton, and then United went in for him, didn't they? And paid £90 million for him, £80 million.
To be fair, he didn't even do that bad at that. United, he again just under a goal every other game. Then he went to Inter Milan and got over a goal every other game. And he went to Chelsea in a bad time. It's just I don't know. It's what's wrong with him, man? I don't get it, innit?
I feel like he just suits the Italian league a bit better than he does the Prem. Maybe it's just too fast paced for him and he doesn't like it.
But what I'm saying is he did all right.
He did all right, yeah.
So he did good at Everton. A goal every other game. That's decent for Everton. And then at United he did all right according to the stats. So is it just the way they're playing or something? I don't know.
Yeah, but I remember him being at United, bro, and I remember him falling off. United fans hating him and that.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean?
It doesn't help because he has a dead touch, and this happened to Dzeko quite a lot. Edin Dzeko had the same issue at City where he come under a lot of fire because he ruined a lot of attacks just because he was not good on the ball, and then people were just like, "Oh, Dzeko."
Yeah, Dzeko, it's all your fault.
And it's yeah, but maybe actually that's the manager's fault for you putting him in that position. If the player clearly isn't good on the ball, get him away from the middle of the pitch, get him in the 6-yard area. So maybe the thing with Lukaku is you've got to get him in the box.
You got to utilise Lukaku to Lukaku's strengths, innit? You don't want him having to, do you know what I mean, take touches and that, do you know what I mean, be that guy.
Yeah.
At the beginning of his time at Chelsea, they were actually using him really well. Do you know what I mean? They were using it. I remember Chelsea worked this exact game plan the same way Inter Milan worked it. I think it was against Arsenal, and it was mint. And I was like, this is gonna be difficult for teams to deal with. But maybe it would have worked if he stayed. But I feel like because he fell out with Tuchel and that, I feel like from that moment on, his career was done at Chelsea again already so fast because of that interview that he did.
Yeah. No, I agree. Up says, got a couple of super chats here. Thanks a lot for the donations, Bray. Says, look at Fabrizio's tweets. PSG letting players go. I've seen that. Looks like they're on a mission to...
They're getting, I feel like they want to get out the dead wood.
Yeah.
Basically, get out the people who they don't feel like...
Bro, did you see him?
Just kind of biding the time.
He said that Mbappe didn't stay for them, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, I know. He stayed to play. He wanted to play football for PSG and stuff like this. Bro, nah, mate, you made him the owner.
He says this. This is what he said. He said, "This is the PSG president. Yeah, I turned down 180 million from Real Madrid last summer as I knew Kylian wanted to stay at PSG. He wanted to leave. He said he wanted to leave.
He said he wanted to leave.
So why would he say he wanted to leave? No, Kylian's not moved by money. He's chosen to play here for his city, his club and his country and for the sports project." Warwick Uber Eats discount code for you, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he doing, Bray? What is he doing?
The thing is, bro, what I think is he can stay there, make more money than he'll probably ever make at any other football club, stay there for 2 years or however long that new deal he signed is, and he'll still be like 24 years old when he leaves. So he can make an incredible amount of cash, get off at 24, and then still go to somewhere like Real Madrid.
Yeah.
If they're over it, you know what I mean? Real Madrid have a little thing about being salty. They keep cropping him out of pictures, don't they? Mbappe, like.
Very bad time.
Zoheep says City actually hints at Neymar. It doesn't hint at Neymar, like it hints at all the players that are going in it. But it doesn't hint at Neymar to City, by the way. I see so many people getting gassed about Neymar to City last night on Twitter. Yeah. That ain't happening, innit? That ain't happening.
I need to have a long, hard think about whether I want Neymar in my football.
Plus, there is no links right now, innit? There's no links right now if that's going to happen. But it is true that they do want to get rid of Neymar, apparently. They want to bin him off pretty much. And, you know what I mean? Owner Mbappe saying, not for me, mate.
Owner Mbappe.
And PayPal, innit?
So he's still got 3 years left on his deal.
Neymar?
Gonna cost a lot of money, that.
That is cash as well.
And he's 30 years old. I've got to say, right.
His career went rapid, you know.
Yeah, his career's gone rapid and he's massively disappointed. Massively disappointed, bro. Achievements, yeah? Check the trophies. So...
Didn't he win a fair bit at Barca?
He got 1 Champions League winner, 1 Club World Cup, which ain't a thing. He's won 4 French championships. That doesn't mean nothing. 2 Spanish titles. 3 Spanish Cup winners. I'm not counting nothing for France, man. I'm sorry, that league is dead. If you play for PSG, you should be winning everything. You know what I mean? If you don't win everything, then you that is a joke compared to the rest of the teams. So he's won 1 Champions League and two Spanish titles.
Wore a Ballon d'Or while at PSG. Didn't he actually leave to go be the... The thing is, with Neymar, he left Barca because he wanted to go be the main man at PSG. And then they signed Mbappe straight away, innit? Do you know what I mean? And now Mbappe is the owner of the football club. Guy must be good, isn't it? Like, he must be like, why didn't I become the owner? Why aren't I on this big cash? You know what I mean? He 100% is. He is on big cash. Miles says, if you watch football with your eyes, you can see Neymar as a talented footballer. Neymar is a very, very talented footballer. I just personally don't want him at City. I just
takes more than talent, bro. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think right now at City, they'll be wanting upwards of £100 million, and I don't see us going and spending over £100 million,
£60 million
on Neymar.
I won't spend £60 million.
Sean says Chelsea will take him.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting Sterling, innit?
Lukaku says, Lukaku is a mid-table player, not for big clubs. Yeah, I think he's probably like, I don't know, mid-table in comparison to the rest of the strikers. I think he's probably a Champions League player, but I don't know. I just don't think. He's missing something, and I don't know what it is. Pep Guardiola is the greatest manager of all time with another super chat. Says Chelsea got Lukaku for 97 million and Inter Milan getting back on loan for 6.8 million plus add-ons. Many laughing faces.
It is a terrible deal. And you know, right? There's a conspiracy, right, about the Lukaku deal that Inter Milan were in a severely bad way when Lukaku was there. They needed cash rapid. They were in the red, innit? They were heavily in the red, right? So there's a conspiracy that they sold him to Chelsea for £100 million and said to him, basically, go be arse when you get there so we can then get you back on the cheap. Imagine if that came out. Imagine he goes there now, bro, and he's like, yeah, this is all a ploy to get Inter Milan more money.
I never know.
Bro,
it's a decent plan if it was true.
If it was true, bro, Inter Milan just literally finessed it, bro. They finessed it and got 100 million out of it.
I know.
It's 100% not a thing, innit? But it'd be funny if that was.
Dr. Footy with the 14 says, get Ram and all our problems go away. I think you're like a pretty big Ram stan at the moment, aren't you, bro? Every day you're super chatting saying you want Ram in. Yeah,
I mean, his name is Cucurella Agenda, isn't it? So he's hard standing Ram, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, that's the situation at the moment with like Sterling and that. 4-way fight. we'll have to see how this moves. I still don't think Sterling's made up his mind yet. I still think I've seen a load of conversation about this whole Raheem Sterling thing today on Twitter. There's loads of people talking about it, and I just still don't understand why Sterling just wouldn't give us one more year. Because it works even if it doesn't work for him. He'll still play for Gareth Southgate in Qatar in November, December, yeah. Because we've only got 2 wingers, so he's going to get game time. I think he'll smash it. So if he does smash it, yeah, then buzzing. He can then sign a new contract because he'll be happy. You know what I mean? He's playing a lot of football. He's on top of his game again. He'll sign a new deal. He'll get the big cash because he'll warrant it at that point. Or he doesn't want to stay at the end of the year, and then he makes a move and then gets a massive signing on bonus.
I feel like for Sterling, it makes more sense for him to stay in it. It just makes more sense for him to stay so that he can get more cash. Do you know what I mean? Even if he wants to leave, just stay. You're gonna be fighting for all competitions.
Yeah.
And then you can leave at the end of the year if you still want to go. But it's a mad one. I seen a pretty good message in the chat then, bro, which it was deleted because he spammed it bare times. But Ryan Rod says, does Lukaku being a flop scare you guys that Haaland could flop as well? Just an honest question. And that is a legit thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? There is every chance that Haaland could flop. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That is a chance.
Yep.
I feel like it's a slim chance because I feel like the chances we create, bro, I feel like you just need someone there to tap the ball in the back of the net. But we are changing our style in that. But I personally think he'll excel in this team, and I think it'll suit him.
I don't think he'll flop. I think again, you are right to say that there is a chance he could flop. You know what I mean? Because nothing's ever guaranteed in life, yeah. But at the end of the day, the amount of chances that we create is an absolute joke. You know what I mean? So all he has to do is just put the ball in the back of the net. So yeah, in my opinion, I don't think he will flop. I think he'll come in and I think he'll slam. Obviously, you got Alvarez in there as well. And yeah, I think I'm looking good. You know, and the thing is as well, this guy's delivered on the Champions League stage. You know what I mean? He's already like setting records in the Champions League, mate. You know what I mean? So he's not just doing it for Dortmund.
Yeah,
he's done it in all the leagues that he's ever played in.
He's doing it on the international scale.
He's doing it in the internationals. Yeah, he's doing it for Norway. He's done it in the Champions League. So there's nowhere really that you go, ooh, he struggled there. You know what I mean? Like, nah, he smashes it everywhere he goes. So yeah, John was right to say that there is a chance because there is a chance.
There's always a slim chance, isn't it?
But it is what it is. I think he'll do all right, man.
I think he'll. I think he'll.
And as Anthony puts in the chat there, Haaland is 10 times the player of Lukaku. I agree with that, man. I think he's well better than Lukaku, mate. I think he's well better.
Ooh, bro. Fabrizio, we was just speaking about Neymar.
Oh yeah.
Funnily enough, Fabrizio has just tweeted the quote from the PSG president. Neymar part of the new project or not? ? We can't speak about this in public as some players will arrive, some players will leave the club. These are private negotiations.
Right, well, let me tell you something, yeah. If Neymar is available, Barcelona will not go for Sterling over Neymar.
No, they'll go for Neymar instantly.
So if this is true, yeah, and obviously you don't know what this fucking Nasser guy is talking about, you know what I mean? He could just be playing some sort of mind games or whatever. But if Neymar is for sale, there's only a few clubs in the world that can get him, and if he goes back to Spain, or if he's available, Barcelona, who are looking for a winger apparently, they're just not going to go for Sterling over Neymar. They'd go back for Neymar, mate. So I think that there's a good chance that the four-way fight for Sterling could turn into a three-way fight for Sterling if Neymar is available.
Do you know what? Do you know what I was saying about the Rafinha deal, then backing out of that?
Yeah.
To go for Sterling.
Yeah.
Maybe they've backed out of that because they're hearing that Neymar's available. Because they'd drop anyone, them, and try and go get Neymar again. Because it's a statement signing for them, that. Do you know what I mean? Go and get Neymar back.
Yeah.
Them going and getting Neymar back a bit, do you know what I mean? It would be a statement sign, and he did well in that league, so. Do you know what I mean? That'd be mad. Cameron Smith says Barcelona are re-signing Dembele. I'm sure. I thought they weren't. I thought they would.
They could still go for Neymar, though. You know what I mean? The thing is, what you got to remember is in Spain, yeah, it's not just about getting good players. For some reason, they need to buy like statement signings. Barcelona and Real Madrid more so with Real Madrid, they have to go out and they have to sign the best player available, even if it doesn't make no sense. And the perfect example of this was Barcelona. Barcelona should have got rid of Lionel Messi a few years ago. Like three years ago, something like that. You know what I mean? Like when we come in for him and they wanted to hold him for the court case, they should have sold him to City at that point. They should have said, City, give us 40 million, 50 million, and
you can have him. We'll cut it.
Technically, City and Messi think that he's out of contract at that point because that's what we believed. But Barca were saying, nah, otherwise we'll take your cut. Just sell him, mate, because what they should have realised is that they were not going to win the Champions League with Messi or without Messi. It made no difference to Barcelona whether they had Messi or not. But the problem is, they got obsessed with him. Messi became bigger than the club. This happens with the players in Spain. Look at Ronaldo there. Ronaldo ran that football club, bro. So, some reason, yeah, the clubs, they don't make the correct decisions. And you can see they don't make correct decisions. They signed Alaba on a free transfer and give him like 450 grand a week, mate. The guy got absolutely smoked in that first leg when we played him. I think it was the first leg.
Yeah, he did.
Alaba's an average centre-back, mate. Alaba's an overrated player. That's another thing. That's another agenda. LB agenda.
I wonder what because they've just signed what's his face Rudiger on a free transfer. So I wonder what wages he's on. I reckon he's on mega wages as well. I reckon he's.
I think he's on about 300.
See, that's because that's what he wanted at Chelsea, innit? That's what he wanted at Chelsea, and that's do you know what I mean? That's heavy cash. That's and this is why it feeds into the fact that, do you know what I mean? Going back to the Sterling thing is why Sterling should stay. Because if he stays for another season at City, and especially if he does bits, he'll get a massive pay packet at the end of it. He's basically in full control at the end of the season.
Yeah. No, I know. Right, anything else that you want to talk about, Bray?
Not really. Like I feel like the Sterling conversation is it's a roundabout at the moment of the same kind of stuff. We're hearing the same stuff. We're just getting a few extra names thrown in there. I did see someone in the chat before, right? And I'm sorry because you put it absolutely ages ago, but my mind went elsewhere a minute, right? They put it in the chat before, and they said, could this whole thing be a ploy, like a play from Sterling to get more money from City? Now, I think if that was the case, we'd have got over this stumbling block a little bit sooner. I feel like there is genuine interest in him leaving, but it could just be that he's running down his contract to get more cash.
Right, so let's have a look at his current deal. So he's on £300,000 a week, right?
Yeah. That's a lot of
Jack
money.
Grealish is on 300. Kevin De Bruyne's on 400. The thing is, how much does Sterling want?
Say you wanted 350.
If he wanted 350, I'd probably give him 350 if he'd signed like a 4-year contract. I'd give him 350 if he wants 4 years. He's not having Kev money. He's not having Kevin money.
Nah.
And he's not having Erling Haaland money.
Maybe he wants that though.
Well, you're not getting it. So...
well, you're not getting it.
You know what I mean?
That'd be you in negotiations. He'd be like, Gaffer, I want 350. And you're just like, oh, no, you're not getting it.
Look, at the end of the day, yeah, 350 cash, that's big. That's big. You'll become, what, the third highest player at our club behind Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland?
Yeah.
For a player, you know what I mean? You've done good. You've done good in the last 2 years, bro. But you've not hit them Messi numbers, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that. You know, why does he want the 400k? Why does he want that money?
I don't know how he can say, like, other than merit from previous years, how he can say
he's on double Bernardo Silva money.
I don't know how he can say I warrant this extra 100 grand a week.
Yeah.
Like, I know he has been sick for City. But that doesn't warrant him an extra 100 grand a week right now. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'd be saying to him, if you want the extra money, mate, go absolutely slam it for a year.
You know what
then
I do?
We'll talk.
You know what I do, bro? This is what I do. I'll tell you what I'll do, yeah? I give you 350 G's, yeah? Every week, paid, PayPal, boom, straight into your bank account.
And PayPal.
And then you know what I'd do, yeah? I'd say, you hit this amount of goals and assists this season, and we will give you the money at the end of the year.
Bonus, incentive based, bonus, whatever it is.
To make it as if you got 400k a week. So basically, I'm saying to you, this is what I think, yeah? If you hit them numbers that you were hitting 3 years ago, then yes, you do deserve 400k a week. But you've not hit them numbers for the last 2 years. So this is what I'm saying. I'll give you 350k, yeah? 4-year contract, yeah? And at the end of each year, if you hit the numbers that you were hitting 3 years ago, I will give you lump sum cash money that basically means that you got like an extra 50k a week for every single week. So he basically gets 400k.
I feel like there's another clause here which would be good. Jamie says, man gets 10k taken off for every sitter he misses. Like, them one-on-ones, mate. Them one-on-ones. 10k off a week every time you miss one of them. Bro, he'd miss loads more if that happened, bro. Because he'd get well in over his head. He'd start sweating hard. But
maybe he's... The problem is Jack Grealish, innit? Maybe he's like, bro, why is Jack Grealish on the same amount of money as me?
yeah, he might be like, I've done a lot more for this football club.
Why is Jack Grealish on 300 grand a week, by the way?
I don't know.
Why is he on that?
I don't know. We went big on that.
We went way over the top
overboard
there.
on that.
Let me see how much he was on at Villa.
Was he on like 180, 200, smart? Probably less.
At Villa, yeah. It's 120. Just give him 200k, innit?
I was surprised at 300k. I thought he would have been on about 220, 250.
Maybe that's why Sterling's having a bit of a moan about it. Say, look, at the end of the day, yeah. Because I reckon City are probably offering him the same money or like a small increase, right? Like 310, 320, yeah. So he's probably like, Ras, why am I getting paid like the same as or just a little bit more than Jack Grealish, who played for Aston Villa? And you know what I mean? You signed him. Why is he on 300k? Why am I delivered for you? Big goals and big moments.
I've give you the moments already, so I warrant this more than what he does coming in straight away.
How did we give him 300k a week, man? Why Jack Grealish on 300k a week?
A lot of people are saying he's not, and that's wrong.
I'm just going off the website, you know what I mean?
We're just going off the Googles, isn't it? LB needs to negotiate the transfer for air conditioning ASAP. I agree, it's really hot in here right now. Johnny Lara says, I would be slushed in Vegas too if I made 300 grand a week. You know what? It's funny. I seen that picture of him today, and I was thinking the exact same thing, bro. I was thinking, if I had that amount of money, I'd probably look like that on a reg. Yeah. You know what I mean, bro? Because it's a stupid amount of money. Like, a lot of people saying it ain't on it, but Javi, we're just going off what the first website has said. Mudtastic with a 179. Been a while, boys. Yes, Mudtastic. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're enjoying the time with zero football. Also, Mudtastic again with a 79p. Yes. Hope you're enjoying, like, you know what I mean, the break with no football, even though it's a bit more stressful than what I'd want it to be because of the amount of people that are seemingly leaving the football club.
By the way, people asking me where I've seen this information, it's on spotrack.com.
It's that payroll website, innit? Yeah. There's loads of things that are wrong on that.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, because, bro, I was using it as well. Do you remember when, like, we was like, Declan Rice is on academy wages. Funny enough, I've just seen Jordan Rants in the chat because he's got that box in it doing a tick. Yes, Jordan Rants, by the way.
Bree.
And it reminded me of GeoGuessr, bro. That was good times, wasn't it? Big up Jordan Rants in it for sorting LB out with the GeoGuessr stuff because when I was in hospital and that was quality prime time content. That was, do you know what I mean? That got me through them times in hospital. TJ says LB get better sauces.
Yeah, bro, you know what I mean? Don't come at me with a fire, you know what I mean? Why do people do this all the time?
Matthew says it's 250 grand a week.
Still, the point, you know, still Sterling Mac, like, why am I only on a little bit more than him? Because, like, I've been performing, and you can see why he might be having a little bit of a moan about it, though. M. Doper with the 5 says, Man U now has David Ram on their transfer list. Should City get him? Also, just to be paid, but they are literally just copying everything that we do.
Bro, I swear they just follow City extra me. And they just see a rumour and they go, right, let's go. Let's go. United, innit? United watch our videos, innit? And they go, who are they talking about? Do you remember we used to have 5 alternatives? They defo looked at them and went, right, let's scout all these let's watch 5-minute highlights on all of these and we'll pick one. That's definitely what United do.
It's mad. Multastic again with a 179. Yes. They said break was good till Nations League started. Yeah, bun that off, man. Nations League is
arse. It's not a thing. It's a myth.
It's not a good thing.
It's a myth.
Right. Okay. We'll leave it there, innit? I think we've gone through everything we need to there. 4-way fight for Sterling, City, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Chelsea all in the hunt for Raheem Sterling's signature. I don't think Sterling has decided where he's going, so we'll have to wait and see where he wants to go. Please go check out today's sponsor of the stream, guys. It's the guys at BetVictor. They've just done a video on City, actually, talking about who can compete, you know what I mean, where teams going to be pushing City and all that kind of stuff. It's a pretty sick video, actually. So yeah, go check out that. Links in the description. Make sure you like their video, subscribe to their channel, let them know City actually sent you. Sanali, yes, member for 3 months, says, what wages do you think Alvarez deserves? Honestly, I literally have no idea, bro. Like, I don't know, innit? I don't know.
I think he'll be on a pretty low wage first. I mean, for a bit. For
I
a
think he will as well.
I reckon he'll be on. People will be like, yeah, like somewhat low in it. Like Paratosh says is about 60 grand a week. He'll be on something low, and then obviously if he absolutely starts slamming it, you'll probably see City. Say if he slams it for a season, next season if he slams straight away from the off, City will do that thing where they renew his contract. We did it for Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz came, slammed it. And then, do you know what I mean? The year later, we re-upped his deal with more money and just added an extra year on it. I feel like that might happen with Erling Haaland as well. If this release clause does exist, you might see City after 1 year say, right, we want a new deal for you here, which will just get rid of that.
Yeah. No, definitely. Right, we'll be back tomorrow morning with another daily transfer stream of some sort in it. So make sure you stay tuned, guys. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Make sure you smash a like on the stream, and please go check out the BetVictor video. The link is in the description. It is actually it's a good cracker this week, guys. It's about City and who can challenge City for the Premier League title. Go check it out and let them know the boys at City actually sent you. And other than that, guys, have a great night. We'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.